Time to fill some hard drives. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents Jetsam and Flotsam. Flotsam and Jetsam? Sorry, it is the wrong way.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
First season, episode 5. I am your host, but not the DM. The DM for this campaign is Adam. How are things going on your end?
Foot's doing better.
Yep.
I made dinner tonight. My foot's doing better, so I've been doing some cooking. So I've been like, we did some pork, we did some ribs, and some like other flavor palettes. Today was baked potatoes in the oven, done properly, with onions, nice and caramelized, and bacon, nice and crisped, and Greek yogurt instead of sour cream because Greek yogurt's better for just like that sort of thing, and a little sprinkle of cheese. Is just phenomenal. Phenomenal comfort food. We sat around and watched the new Top Gear special, not Top Gear, Grand Tour special that came out on Amazon. And people at Amazon who are making their system, the shows that you make that come out in 30 languages because they're some of the most popular programming on the planet, you should make it so that it pops up in your recommended. I don't care about the other crap you're telling me to watch. That's garbage. My favorite shows on Amazon are super hard to find because they never pop up. It's like, oh, I want to go watch Reacher. It's like, I'm not going to show you Reacher.
There's some sort of recommendation algo that's
Oh,
failing.
it's bad.
You haven't fed it enough data yet.
So maybe I should let it. Maybe it's one of those personalization things where I take it off, and it's like, no, we're going to give you just nothing.
Well,
you care
the thing
about.
is it personalization or is it marketing? Right? Like which of these two signals is
now that
overriding?
it's got ads and stuff, I think it's marketing. Like, I think there's marketing budgets being spent.
Yep.
Although I don't know who wants to watch the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith show. They keep saying you should watch this. I watched a half episode. I'm like, I don't know. This is not Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. This is Danny Glover and someone else, and they're not. It's not the same. And you're telling me this is your childhood. You should like this. No, this is not my childhood. And no, I don't like this. It's kind of bad. And I like stupid action, right? Like this should be the thing.
That's unfortunate. Yep. No, it's definitely. It sounds like there's a mixture of advertising and what they want you to watch versus what. It's the classic problem in internet ads. You want them to be relevant, but you also want to make money. Right? And if one is dialed too far, then one stakeholder isn't getting their needs met.
Yeah, I've noticed in the YouTube sphere, their ads went through some sort of like decline. Now everything's political because the political season's kicking off.
Oh yeah,
but a few months ago, during like the drought of ads, it's like they're doing a lot of there's a lot of deep faked Elon Musk investor advice bullshit. That's like, and then like fake ads, like completely deep faked, like fake video, lip synced. The CBC is telling me about how Elon Musk has an investment opportunity for me. I think somebody's having a funzie.
Yeah.
This is, I'm pretty certain, illegal in Canada.
Or trying to scam you.
Well, and YouTube doesn't, like, this is one of the things that about the X new features. In X, you're allowed to say, this advertisement is illegal in my country. You're allowed to flag that. For YouTube, there's no way for me to tell them, hey, Google AdSense, you're sending me ads that are for illegal products in my region. Don't do that. I don't know. I just think that maybe they should, I should be able to say, hey, you're telling me to bring a knife because there's like concealed carry knives and stuff and defense weapon, all sorts of things that they said. It's like, no, I should be able to say no. Nope.
There's got to be some reporting mechanism, but that's not what this channel's about.
Nope.
What am I doing? I'm trying to. So I started watching season 3 of Ash versus Evil Dead, and I'm at the point where I'm I need
I
like
got to
a
episode
palette.
3 or 4 of it. They got to some sort of house, and I'm like, I can't. I'm not. I'm done.
It's the
Or
same
like
house again. Yeah,
yeah.
I kind of need a palette cleanser, but I think I'll just power through, get to the end, and
I think it was a mobile
put it
home.
up.
They went to like a mobile home, something, a fight in a mobile home, and then I was like,
Well,
done.
that's the whole series. He drags around this mobile home. So
Okay,
yeah,
somebody was possessed, and a thing happened, and I can't remember, and it was like,
yep,
oh,
yep. So yeah, I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I the first season was great, and now I'm just waiting for it to be over. Every once in a while there's a funny thing, but it's just too much of the same kind of splatter. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but like dialed to 11 with gore. Yeah.
I've only watched like 2 episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
In 2001, I was laid off for the first time, and I had a period of about 3 months where I watched all of Buffy and all of Angel, and I completely reversed my my sleep schedule. So I was getting up at 5 or 6 p.m. and staying up until 10 a.m. Yeah, it was not a good period. Funny.
Yeah, no, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was not on any of the stations that I had access to, because I grew up with 3 television stations. One of them was French.
I had to get them through DVDs. I either borrowed them or rented them. I don't own them, so I don't know how maybe it was on TV. Yeah, I don't remember how I ended up. Mark had them? Because Mark was my roommate at that point. Maybe Mark owned them. Yeah, I'm not sure. I do not recall. That was a long time ago. But that was also during a tech bubble burst, and Marty was straight out of university with his little tech degree. And
hey, I've got no experience.
And couldn't find a job, and then I got a job, and then that company went under, and I'm like, okay, we're back to where we were. Yeah.
I got some debt. And
I got some debt. Oh, and because of Gerb, I bought a car, so I had a car payment, and
that was the Grand Prix.
That was the Grand Am.
Grand Am.
Yep, I used Grand Am because I needed to get around. Yeah, good times. Good times. Should have invested that money in Amazon when it was $17 a share or something like that. I know it was less than that because it's split a bunch of times. But
when you're like, who's going to want to buy books online? That's silly.
The thought actually was like, that's kind of silly, but you know what? I like books, so. But there can't be that many of me in the future. Little did I know. That was just phase one.
The supply chain.
Yeah, exactly. And create cloud computing and all bunch of.
Bezos Henry Forded the supply chain industry like Henry Ford did the manufacturing.
Yeah. So crystal ball, time travel. Yeah.
Cool show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great episode of Farscape.
All right, last game of Flotsam and Jetsam was Blood of Giants. While half broken, lying aboard the Wormwood, Black Dog drifts into memories of his recent past, his half-giant orphan siblings, life at the Shattered Refuge, and the events surrounding the disappearance of his brother. Great tragedy strikes the monastery, and from the ashes, Black Dog forges a massive blade. While tending to Black Dog's wounds aboard the Wormwood, Li Hida quietly reminisces about a happy upbringing at the Monastery of the Celestial Comet, and the events that brought him to the Wormwood. While transporting beer and gin to a distant market, he and his friend Songrel are waylaid by bandits. And I think that's where we left off.
Yeah, we were in the middle of the waylaying. All right, so let's go to the road. An entangle was cast upon you, and the bandits were moving back. As you were charging forward, I will unfog where they are because you can still see them. you can lay chase if you'd like. All right, and
I think we both failed our saving throws.
Yeah, you're both stuck in the.
Oh, they're grabbing me.
All right.
Li Hida with his impossibly low voice.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. Grand Temple.
And we learned that he could throw real good.
He throws real good. Real good. All right. Now I'm finally in the right section. Characters, campaign sheet. Knock. All right. The lizards are dying. Songrel and the oxen.
What do we need to do to break this? Is it grapple check, escape art, or something?
Yeah, let's just double check and tangle real quick. No, I don't want that. I need
because it's different rules than web.
It's super. Some of the best spells are the ones with the weird rules because they didn't balance them. All right.
They can attempt to break free as a strength or escape artist check.
All right. And it is new DC rules, so these strength checks become real problem real quick.
Yeah, we might want to make that CMB, but
yeah. CMB would go too fast. We'll have to figure it out. All right, we will
versus a max rank escape artist. I don't know. I think that goes the quickest,
but nobody takes escape artist.
Oh no, I didn't.
No. I am a doofus. Give me a second. I have to log in, and then it's going to double authenticate me.
You want me to roll a d20?
Yeah, roll a d20.
Okay, 1.
Okay, no, he's in there. He will try again.
Oh, does he get multiple attempts?
I think so.
Okay, 5 on the die.
Nope. And he can try one more time.
And 2 on the die.
Yeah, no, he's perfect. Songrel is. I can't. They're grabbing everything.
Okay. They're certainly grabbing. Hey, not in there. He grabs this vine that's going into his pants. Lee is going to. I gotta check to see if he ran out of rage or not. No, he's still raging, and he's got his mutagen running. So
big boy.
His strength check is plus 12 on its own.
Okay.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, 19 makes it.
Okay, he will then spend an action to try to free Songrel.
Okay.
Do I take an iterative penalty on the strength check?
No, there's strength. Well, it's not CMBs, right?
Okay.
If there's CMBs, you would.
17.
Yeah, you're able to pop him free.
Okay, so he rips all the plants off of him. Oh! And then this is difficult terrain, correct?
Yes.
Lee moves at 30. I don't think he's.
He gave up fast speed. So that's too much?
15, yeah.
All right. There's a spell being cast. As the man is chucking a fiery bolt at your face.
Okay, Lee.
At Lee's face. Okay, and are we using the primary ability score for the ranged spells or no?
Yeah. So your BAB plus your
Cast
primary
level.
ability. Yeah.
It's BAB?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let me double check. I put it under Sun Wu. So spells. So spell attack would be BAB plus your primary ability score.
Okay.
Because caster level plus primary ability score seems a bit too large.
It's too big right now.
Yeah.
So we have to sort it out. Okay, so touch AC 14.
Let's check. Depends what Lee's got running. So
he's raging.
He has cast shield, so that helps.
Because force effects now apply to touch AC.
Yep. And we're rolling a corporeal into the same thing.
Yep.
So his touch AC is 14 with shield. It's 18.
Okay, so
and then and then his rage drops it by 2, so 16.
Okay, so you get blasted with a fiery bolt. It shatters against the shield in front of your face. At one point, Songrel's like, "Oh," and then the shield spell absorbs it. The bandits are going to fire arrows at Li Hida. What's your AC?
His AC, regular AC, would be 21 with rage.
Okay, so they are just shooting arrows at. They're shooting arrows at Li. Two hits.
I'll deflect one of them.
Okay. 2 damage.
I will.
You've already deflected. Or I don't know if that...
No, deflect is not a reaction, I don't think. The way it's written, anyways, I don't know if we want to.
All right, well, we're fine doing however we do.
Okay, and then I'll absorb that with my con for no damage.
Their second attacks, AC 21
is my AC.
6 damage on this one.
Okay, I'll take the 6 damage then.
And I think you're just gonna shoot for the fences.
Bastards.
No, they're going to basically start circling around as you're trapped in the terrible entangle. Additionally, I think everybody who's in the entangle gets to make a saving throw versus the entangle.
Yeah, it's a reflex save again, right?
Is it? Don't know this last. Okay.
Does a 16 make it?
16 does not.
Oh, it's DC 17.
Yes, it is.
Bastards. Oh no.
Creatures. The entire. This spell causes. Wraparound creature. Creatures that fail their save throw in the entangled condition can remain in the area. Save again. Okay, yeah. So yes, save again.
Oh, a stupid root. He's trying to go, and there's a root that's wrapped around his leg.
3 plus. Songrel got himself stuck again. Ooh. Oh, thank you. If you could remove my red one. Yes. There's giggling from the man in the cowl.
Who got you?
All right.
You can't have our beer.
Good as ours. You can surrender, you know. Songrel is going to attempt to escape artist because he is better at that than strength checks.
Because he's a rouge.
He is a rouge, and he's a dex rouge. So, come on, dex rouge. All right, so he does escape.
He has one move left.
Yeah, and he gets up to Li. All right.
What's with these plants?
Some sort of witchcraft. Not a man of nature, are you, giant?
I eat nature for breakfast.
Besides, you eat everything for breakfast.
You're not wrong.
So, friendly banter on the battlefield. Li, what are you doing?
You're supposed to be angry at your foes. Well, I'm gonna try to break through this crap. Still raging. Round 5. 16. Oh. Is there any way? Give me a second. Do I have any powers that do anything? Powerful build.
Oh. Give me a second.
Whenever a half giant is subject to a size modifier or a special size modifier for combat maneuver or combat maneuver defense, he's treated as one size category larger. For strength checks, am I considered one's? Does that matter in this case?
Well, a strength check, a size category is worth like +4 on a strength check.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of giants in this party, don't we?
We've got 2 half giants.
That's interesting.
It's the closest thing to me finagling a modifier out of this.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
It is a strength check. We will treat powerful build as a bonus on strength checks. It also applies to damaging things, and we can readjust later if we need. So it's actually a +4 on strength.
He rips the root out of the ground and lets the root, like, he's wearing the root, but it's not attached to anything. And then he's gonna... God damn it.
Eat my spell.
He moves forward, and then he's gonna, I think, yeet a thing. He's got quick draw, so I can kind of access anything on my character sheet. A 30-foot range, so they're all staying back, huh? But with my javelins, they're at 40 feet. Oh, they're just... Is there a way? No, they're...
It's just what happens to be where they...
Yep.
they this wasn't measured. This was felt out.
No, that's fine. The guy on the end is going to get a javelin.
Okay.
A flurried javelin.
Okay, several javelins.
Yep. And I've got a little combat sheet here. So we've got Lee, Bab 1, Strength 8. Flurry is a -1, power attacks -1, rage is +2, mutagen is +2.
How many more rounds of rage you got left?
He has 9 per day, and we're in round 5. I don't know if he started raging the first round or not.
He attacked the first round, so I think the answer is that. Yes to that.
Okay. Bombers is 1. So I've got 2 at 1d20 plus 12, -2 for second range increment. And I'm just take a quick glance at my throwy things. I don't have anything that affects range. No, it's initiative, and hurler barbarian gives me +10. Oh, bomber's eye might increase my range. Give me a second.
I think it increased by 10 feet.
Bomber's eye increases by 10 feet. So I've got a 50-foot range with javelins.
Oh.
So these guys are...
They're all in the,
Yep.
the spicy zone.
All right, AC 30, AC 26.
Yeah, oh yeah. You're better at this than they are.
Okay. The first javelin on the guy on the end takes 18 damage.
Oh, he is bloodied.
Okay, Lee will... Enough out of you! And he'll switch to the next bandit. Like, he's not... He's hoping that injuring the guy will make him stop firing.
Okay.
Enough out of you, is what he says. And then he'll attack the next guy for 20 damage.
Oh, God. He's very, very hurt. Okay.
You can submit as well.
Oh, surrender. I like your style. Li Hida's fun. Okay.
I have to remember he's jolly. Like, he's not... To try to steal his beer. Yeah, he understands.
All right. So the two guys that absolutely got blasted are going to... sorry, what's that? The order. We'll do a dickish order. The cowled man is going to throw throw another charge of his produce flame at Li.
Yep.
After he throws it, the save versus the entangle happens because it's at the end of his turn.
Yep. Good.
AC 12.
No,
fire.
my normal touch AC is 14, so Li hops out of the way.
You're next. Saving throws versus the entangle.
Yeah.
He is moving back. He doesn't want to be next.
22. It's not going to stop Li now. You can't get far enough away.
Yeah, and Songrel is also not affected. The two bandits to the south are going to make one attack each, and then they are double moving.
Looks like we found some new cows to pull our wagon.
AC critical threats at AC 19.
On who?
On Li.
Oh, yeah, we're going to deflect that. These are arrows, right?
These are arrows?
We'll deflect the first one.
Okay. So there's one that was like, look out!
Baps that other one, and then AC 19 is not enough.
Okay, and then they are. I'm going to just unfog a bunch of space because I don't know how much running Li does, but we'll find out in a second here.
So you heard Li say we've got some new cows to pull the wagon.
Oh yeah, they don't want to pull the wagon. They're bolting, and they're bolting in like different directions.
It's fine.
All right, Li. These two they haven't been hit yet. They're going to just loose arrows at you. AC 14, AC 21.
Oh, 21 hits.
6 damage.
Li will absorb that with his con, so he takes 2.
Okay, they're taking their second shots. AC 15, AC 17.
Those miss.
And then they are also trying to remove themselves from the proximity to the giant angry ogre man.
Two-legged cows.
We're not cows. He's talking about us. Run. They're speaking in a like jade tongue with a heavy accent. Songrel. Songrel is going to triple move out of the space because he doesn't want to get entangled. He doesn't want to have any more saving throws versus the entangles.
Yep.
He assumes you're coming forward as well.
Yep.
Li.
Let me just.
I'm just gonna go like
tick
this,
off
just in case you need more space to.
I'm about halfway through my javelin stack.
The guy who took 20, the javelin's in him. He's currently leaving with your javelin.
That's fine. This is prologue, so I'll find a javelin later.
Javelin somewhere. Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to move out of this crap. So 10 feet gets me out of the junk, which is 20. I have 10 more feet of movement. We'll go there. And then we're going to...
He still has fire in his one hand. He's pulled the cowl over his face. Oh!
We'll move up. And that puts him within 30 feet. So Li, with quick draw, is going to... have we entered our stance yet? Do you recall?
I'm going to say yes. You had some rounds where you were dancing around on the thing. 50-50
right.
You did.
Cloud Piercer, which is a large masterwork longsword in Shikigami style, is going to be whipped at this guy's head.
Okay, this is also the last round of your Bomber's Eye?
Yep.
So, sorry, Cloud Piercer, the who now?
Cloud Piercer is the name of his masterwork longsword large. And because he's a Shikigami and he can throw this at a range of... it's only 20 feet. We're too far away.
Bomber's Eye?
30 feet with Bomber's Eye. So Normally, it's a non-standard thrown weapon, 10 feet with the barbarian hurler and then bomber's eye last round. But we're gonna throw this along with a javelin because we can flurry thrown weapons.
Cool. Very cool.
Yep. I'm gonna roll them separately because Cloud Piercer is a masterwork weapon.
Okay.
And there's no penalty because of a bunch of feats and stuff. All right. Cloud Piercer hits AC 29.
Yeah, you strike this man who has beset you upon the road.
Okay. Normally, large longswords do 2d6, but Shikigami, because it's not a standard thrown weapon, ups the damage die by 1 step. So it's 3d6.
Spirit of Shikigami, guide my blade.
He throws it. You know what? This actually makes sense in terms of like, if you throw a sword at somebody, it's bad.
The sword's going like in a twirling motion.
It's that Apple ad with the hammer throw.
Now by throwing it, it doesn't have a sword's crit range.
Yep.
It only has a 20 times 2 crit range. But the sword does 18 damage. Oh, he got lucky. 18 damage from the sword throw.
He's going to take a dent.
Okay, and then the javelin comes in at AC 31.
That's a problem.
And that's 17 damage.
He's got 28 damage.
You submit, cow, because you're cowards. And I've shortened the word to those cow.
I see what you did there. Okay. The guy is giving you the 2-finger salute.
Yep.
And is bolting through the woods. He is moving very quickly and in a way that it seems almost unnatural.
Get back here.
He's he's running.
Do the woods allow him to run? He could find straight lines.
He's running.
Okay,
You don't think you could run?
I see. He's some sort of ranger druid.
Some sort of entangly, warp woody, produce flamey guy.
The other guys are moving much slower. I see.
The other guys are moving much slower. The 2 guys you hurt, they're trying. Oh, they're trying. Oh, I'm bleeding all over the place. They're very easy. These 2 are very easy to track.
Don't worry, we'll get the cows drunk.
That's not the worst. Get the cows drunk. All right, give me a charisma check just for the.
Oh, fucking 8. You don't understand what the big guy's saying. 2. He's half murdering you. He's gonna eat us. He's half murdering you with skewers. He's throwing swords. He's raging. He's got a big happy smile on his face.
All right, so they're actually going to shoot a couple arrows at you and then run.
Oh, funny.
Like, oh god, oh no. AC 26 and then critical threat.
I mean, if I have a choice, I'll block the second one.
Does it work that way?
Give me a second. It's once per round, so
we've always done it before. We've always done it previously. Like I like you get to know before the damage roll is done. I think is okay. I've got no problems with saying you block the crit. It's once per round. It's not saying.
Yeah, it doesn't have, and you're rolling it at the same time. So you should be rolling one at a time. Going, do you block? Because I would have said that.
There's a level.
I'll block the. Lee's got 26 hit points. That arrow can absolutely murderlate him. So yeah, he'll block the crit and take the other one.
Okay, 6 damage.
He will absorb. You know what? His con actually went up by 4. So, I've absorbed. I'll give him four hit points left, and then, 2 for each of the times he's blocked. So he's got 2 damage right now, and then he can block all of it with his ragey con.
Okay. So
The arrow bounces off of his belly. He gives it a little drink.
that seems to put the fear of something into them. They're scattering, and you hear the strange language that scatter.
We need at least one.
All right. Songrel.
Yeah, Lee's pointing at these two. We need at least one.
Okay. Songrel is nods. He quick draws out a it'd be like a throwing, like a chakram. And he's
gonna Xena Warrior Princess them.
Gonna try to Xena Warrior. Let's just the thing with throwing guys is they're not great for
range
catching up to people. In terms of the archers bows are better weapons than basically throwing things.
Yeah, I think that's why in Pathfinder 2 they reduced the range of the bows. And then
more realistic.
They also, for longbows, gave you a penalty to shoot them within 10 feet of someone.
Which I've also seen some rule sets have.
Yep.
All right, so it's 30-foot range increment. So he's throwing at the 3rd range increment. He's gonna whip this thing at the guy. Yeah, it goes flips off. You know, to pick up his chakram.
You gotta put your back into it.
I will not lose to you, although he's losing to you. All right. It would be Lee.
All right, Bomber's Eye is down, but the rage is still going.
Bomber's Eye is down. We're on the 7th round of combat. You have 3 rounds left to rage.
Yep. So he'll move to here, and then in 2nd range increment, whip 2 javelins.
Okay. I'm assuming you're going to the guy to the north.
Yep. Unless he falls on the first one, we'll switch to the other. All right. AC 17, AC 13.
Okay, you miss. Or AC 18.
Oh. Oh. It'd actually be 16 without Bomber's Eye. 16 and 12. So. 2 more javelins. I've whipped off 10.
Okay. The dudes whom you have hit are... Well, the cowled man is calling fair escape. Because he's had
expeditiously
enough.
Or long strider.
He's long stridering with woodland stride away.
Yep.
To the meeting place to regroup. I'm just going to pull him off to the side. These guys who are wounded are basically going to... They're not being chased. They're going to start going kind of in a similar-ish direction. These bandits are in a fight for their lives. Their backs. The bandit whom... this bandit who had the chakram thrown at him, he's actually just triple moving. He's just buggering off. This guy is going to fire an arrow at Li Hida.
Yep.
Not knowing that he needs to shoot more than one for it to matter. He doesn't fully grok the whole blocking arrows thing. And then he's trying to get away.
Fools.
Songrel is going to triple move forward.
Okay.
Lee.
Lee's gonna...
Yeah, he has another chakram in hand.
Double move forward.
Okay.
And we'll whip 2 javelins at him. We're still in 2nd range increment.
Okay.
AC 30, AC 25.
Okay.
For 22 damage.
Okay. He's still standing.
And 16 damage.
Okay, he blocks with his armor and is knocked to the ground, but is not killed.
Okay.
We got one.
He fumbles over, head over face is this thwanging sound of his bow, and like you can see a couple of like rings fall to the ground as you're definitely damaged some armor as he's been skewered. You know you'd make a good spearfisher, yes?
Let's see. Lee has 1 rank in survival with a +4 racial. He's got a +11 survival, so he's probably gone spearfishing before.
Yeah, I can even spear a crab if you want.
I like crab.
Let's get the other one.
Oh, actually, Lee saw the guy fall down.
Yeah.
Does he look pretty hurt?
Yes.
3 of them went that way. That guy's gonna come back around.
Okay, Songrel is going to head towards. Their turn. The wounded ones are now going to call for escape. They're going to the direction.
Yeah, all 3 of them are wounded, so
yeah,
I don't think they're coming back today.
They've had enough for today. We've had a good day. We had a good run. Is he going to just annoy you from downtown for a bit?
Did he run across a road?
Yes, he did run across a road. Here we can. We'll doodle that in. And this continues along. All right, he's just gonna try to. I think he's just gonna go. Actually, sorry, I know what he's doing. He's just gonna go. All right. What do you want Songrel to do?
He's gonna send Songrel like
stealth back to the wagon.
Okay.
I'll meet you there.
Songrel's gonna start huffing it back to the wagon.
Oh, stealth back to the wagon.
Oh, stealth?
Yeah.
Okay. He's sneaking up on the wagon.
Yeah.
Hey, there's enough vegetation here, you can easily make a stealth check.
Keep an eye out.
Okay. Lee, what you doing?
I'm gonna go up to the guy I just almost killed. Is he still alive?
He is wheezing, but he's wheezing and unconscious, but he's not like gurgling.
Is he bleeding?
You don't think he's bleeding.
Oh, he's stabilized. Okay. All right. Well, Lee will then pick him up.
Okay. Lee doesn't murder people. He's on purpose, at least. All right. This bandit.
No, we played javelin sword tag, but
then the other 3 are calling for escape. Songrel is sneaking back. Lee, what are you doing?
he's gonna.
You're now out of rage.
Yeah. He's got 9 rounds of blood. Sorry.
It's the 9th round.
Yeah, okay. He's got 8 rounds of rage, so he's out of rage.
Okay, so you're now tired for a minute and a half.
Yep. So he wanders onto the road and is slowly walking back up, but he's holding the dude in front of him, like
he's got a
big shield, like try to use him as cover.
Okay.
We got one of your cowards.
Okay, the Songrel moves
Surrender
forward.
if you have any honor.
Sorry, there's something about honor?
Surrender if you have any honor.
Okay. There's nobody close enough for to hear you unless you're really shouting. You're the person who's almost 2/3 of a football field away is talking about honor. There's hidden people in the woods. The hills have eyes. All right, there's some sort of commotion happening. Songrel is sketching around. There's more commotion. Lee, what are you doing?
We're gonna run.
You can't run.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we're just gonna.
You were tired.
Yeah, it's all sweaty. It's all sweaty as big men get.
He's got the angel wings and the highlighted ass crack going.
Yeah.
All right. Songrel is stealthing up. We're going to.
Is he stealing liquor? Stealing bottles of gin or something?
He's out there doing some stuff. Oh, he got seen. Okay, we'll do an initiative roll off between the two because they did see each other. We're kind of outside of. Marty, you roll d20 for Songrel. I'll roll d20 for the bandit.
Fitting.
Okay, give me another d20 roll. The DC is 15.
15.
Okay, a short chase ensues, but Songrel is able to effectively capture this bandit as he got too close, and he actually engaged him in like a grapple and started just bashing him with an elbow. So you have another...
Lee's huffing and trying to get there quick, holding this guy out in front of him like a rag doll.
There's a grapple where Songrel's like, I got him! Kind of in this big pile on the side of the road.
Another round of movement is basically Lee's gonna drop this dude carefully after 2 moves, and then 3 moves gets him to here.
All right, Kate, they're tussling. We'll do another opposed roll. You roll for Songrel. I'll roll for the bandit.
19.
No, the bandit's eating dirt.
Okay. Lee will finally get over and will sit on the bandit.
Lee has entered the grapple.
Right.
Lee has become the grapple.
So his CMB is 9 normally. With mutagen would be 11. I did not include a strength bonus, so I will add the size +1. I think it's also +1 for CMDs. And then Tired gives me
-2 strength.
So -1.
Can't run or charge.
Yeah. 30 on the grapple.
Oh yeah. Let's say it would be good right now.
You still got your sap?
This is Songrel nods.
Yeah, well, let's just knock this guy out.
Start bubbling. He doesn't take too many swings. You're pretty certain Songrel might have gave him 1 or 2 more than was, absolutely required.
That's fine. They were trying to murder us. So. All right. Lee whipped off 10 of his 15 javelins that he carries.
Okay, how long are you spending trying to find javelins?
Well, first thing, I think we're going to tie these guys up.
Okay.
To the wagon, I guess? No. We're going to tie them up to the... is the ox still alive?
So the ox was at 33 out of 35. We're going to roll a series of con checks for the ox.
Yep.
No. It stabilizes.
Okay. The ox is injured. So...
the ox has 37 damage.
We're going to tie up... we're going to take the yoke off the ox and put the yoke onto the 2 bandits. And tie them to the yoke, removing all their weapons or whatever. Yep. Lee, once he's no longer tired, I think is going to try to push the beer wagon
upright again.
I
Okay.
don't know what the strength check on that would be.
Well, that's the strength check DC for your big boy wagon will be DC D26 to flip this thing back on its wheels.
Okay, so first attempt, no. Second attempt, yes.
Okay, you've got it set up, and now you get a good look at the wheel. Part of the reason why this thing tipped over is one of the wheels is like warped in and looks almost like a star, where this like the rim has been pulled around the spokes.
Oh, that's not good.
We're gonna go stick a javelin through the head of the giant lizard.
Okay.
We don't want that thing coming back awake. They were mean.
Yep.
I don't think we're going anywhere with the wagon until these guys wake up, the ox wakes up, and we fix the wheel. So Lee's going to, at this point in time, go with Songrel to go fetch their thrown missile weapons. You said one of them was in a dude.
What? Yeah, the guy who took 20 damage.
Yeah.
That's in him.
It's fine.
He is one with the thing. Okay. Give me a survival or perception check.
Yeah,
you're getting an aid from Songrel.
Let's do a survival.
Yeah.
16? Oh, sorry, 18?
18? That's including the aid?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a 90% chance to retrieve each of the things you threw, aside from the one that's gone.
Okay, so let's see. So 90 or under, I need to roll 10 times for the javelins. So 10 D100s.
It's not a good day for javelins.
I'm missing 2. So
three total are missing.
Yep. So I've got 12 out of... And then my sword?
Yep.
Do I have to roll for that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I find the sword. Okay.
It wasn't like tangled in his clothes or
no,
something.
and then his stupid chakram. We'll look for that too. 24.
Hey.
No sign of them coming back?
Nope, it's relatively quiet.
Alright, how are we gonna fix this wheel?
I don't think their heads are big enough.
Do we have any?
Your head might be.
Do we have any spare wheels or like tools in the?
You have some basic tools because like damage to wagon wheels is normal, but not this kind of damage. You have like the tools to pop the wheel off, pop it back on.
I think we're just doing straight int checks. I think to try to fix the wheel.
Okay, Songrel has a +2 int.
Yeah, Lee has a +2 int. Lee will take the lead here.
Okay.
So Songrel's aid does not aid, but he hinders. Oh man.
No!
You're busy pulling on the like trying to pop the wheel back out again. It's not good. Give me a D20 for the wheel.
5.
Okay, you don't cause further damage. Like you don't make things worse by your fiddling around.
What if we take off the wheels? Can we just drag it?
Probably pretty hard to drag, but don't you need to, like skis or big sticks?
Big sticks.
He's looking over at like some trees.
Well, we could try again in the morning, maybe. Maybe we're not doing it right. I know one way we can lighten the load.
He's gonna go pour himself a beer. He's gonna pack the important stuff, like the formulas and things, like into his personal gear, just in case we have to abandon.
Yep.
He will fill a small personal keg and a couple of bottles of gin, so we can actually, if we had to, still make the concoction.
Songrel is giving the yak a bit of a poke, and it's like, might be a little tough, but time for beer and barbecue.
I guess so.
Okay, survival roll.
Yep. For cooking?
Cooking, yep. You can add a +2 for alchemy if you've got max ranks in it.
Yeah. And then I get an aid from...
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we were having barbecue.
Oh, yeah. It's you don't quite have, like, the salts and things, but you've got beer. You've got gin.
That's a nice thing to cook in.
You have a yak off the bone and beer that evening. While in the middle of the road, some might argue you're actually blocking a passageway across an intersection with your cart. Give me a percentile roll.
Yeah, how many bandits show up? 10.
Give me a d6.
1.
Okay. Where did I put my tokens? Here they are.
Lee's not going to quite play doctor, but he's going to make sure that the two guys aren't, like, bleeding out.
The guy you sapped actually is awake when you go over there.
We will play doctor to our ox, though.
Okay. Give me a heal check for the ox.
20 plus 11. 18.
18. Okay. You're able to, like, the ox will heal quicker. The ox will be awake by morning.
She's sturdy.
Okay.
And if she's as good as her buddy over there, she's really tasty too.
Just grease all over her. Dip it into the beer. I'll just blame it on the bandits.
Okay.
This guy awake?
The one guy's awake.
Okay. Li Hida with a big greasy smile and a big cup of beer and a plate with some ribs on it. We'll walk over to the bandit.
Okay. Smells decent. Sir? With a question mark at the end.
Why'd you attack us?
He'll have 3 ribs. He's gonna like with one fucking motion eat the whole rib. And then toss the bone at his head.
You'd be really good at that too. There's a little circular version.
He'll take a drink of the beer. Like, the more he answers the questions, the better chance he gets fed.
The bandits, you have alcohol.
How many are there? Aside from, the 2 that we injured and the really fast guy with the spells. Just the 5 of you?
There's more at the camp.
How many more?
Lots.
He
Hundreds.
picks up the second rib.
Huh. Maybe you should have brought 5 more. You might have taken us.
Give me the sense motive if you...
I don't know if Lee's a... Nope. Wisdom.
You're a monk.
Yeah, I'm a monk. Plus 3. 6.
Okay, there's a big camp. There may or may not be a big camp.
How far is your big camp?
Couple clicks into the woods. Don't worry, they won't come back.
Okay, looks to Songrel.
Well, looks like you're gonna have to earn your keep.
What do you have in mind?
Well, he's already wearing the yoke.
You're gonna pull the cart to market.
He eats the actually he puts the second rib down and then puts the plate in front of him. He'll put the full flagon of ale. Lee wants to see if this guy's going to save any of it for his friend, or is he going to eat the whole thing?
All right. Let's see. How much of a dick are you? He eats about 2/3,
Okay.
but does save some beer and some meat.
Smart choice. You don't want to pull the cart all by yourself. You're gonna need your strength.
He gets like a hearty slap on his back. That 28 strength. Well, I guess by this point it's probably 26. I don't know. Mutagen lasts for 10 minutes, so it's probably more than 10 minutes at this point.
Yeah, you roasted ribs. It's been hours. He seems to care about the other guy.
Okay. Lee note like whether or not Songrel sees what Lee's doing. He gives Songrel a bump. Like, are you paying attention to them?
He nods. I'm going to sit on the other side of the fire.
Yeah. I imagine there's a tremendous amount of meat that comes from an entire yak. We've barbecued ridiculous amounts. Like, the smell of it's probably wafting.
Going to do the
That song was singing? Oh. Dudes.
I smell it too. And something smells nice.
Lee waves. Waves over.
Wait a second. Are you with the bandits?
No, bandits, no. The big dog comes over, barks.
Okay.
At the guys who are tied up.
Lee's waving the guy over.
How are you?
Lee's kind of friendly and he's from a friendly place, so his way of trading happens in the wrong order than other people.
Come, sit. We got plenty of meat.
Hey, don't mind if I... he comes over.
Oh, stay away from those two. Those two are bandits. They caused all this mess.
Somebody made a right mess. He's pointing over. There's a big
Okay, he grabs a big haunch that's been sizzling and offers it to him, meat off the bone.
Okay, the dog seems more interested in the dudes, sniffing at the bit of the carcass. He finds a bone that hasn't been cooked but has been cleaved and is sort of nipping at it.
Okay.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Red Nose Drink.
Oh, this guy sounds like he's got the drinky slur. He will be offered not the beer, but some gin. And pour like a third into a stein and give it to the guy along with his meat.
Okay. What are you bringing around here for?
We're off on our way to market. The city of Stone,
I think it was called.
This is Songrel.
Shitochong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
City Stone. The Stone City.
We're after the Stone City.
Oh, it's a fancy place. There's fancy drinks there.
Yep.
So, Red Nose Jing?
Huh?
I think he's saying he's Red Nose Jing.
Red Nose Jing. Li Hida, Songrel.
He pops his He's got this domed helmet with a feather coming out of it. The feather's pretty dirty and disheveled.
He's going to send us to a temple.
Not that thing.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, fiddle for my entertainment. Then it's like, why is Li Hida 18th level in the pirate ship? It's Li Hida.
He's just so nice. He doesn't kill people. He just maims them. He's always pulling his blows. He's an amazing cook. He saves battles at the end for some reason. Yeah, 18th level.
Yep.
I don't know. It could be.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. So, you're the Blessed One, but you seem to be having some troubles.
Unfortunately, we didn't bring a spare wheel.
Yes, it is a nuisance. Somebody spellcasted you. You tracked it a witch, didn't you?
Yeah, there was a guy in a hood. He ran through the forest like a banshee. Like a spirit.
Yeah, there's they're bandits around here.
The only spirits that are on my side are the Shikigami, and
He like chucks a bone into a barrel that's like 20 feet away. Ding.
Okay, there's a so you're bringing a bunch of booze. What are you doing for?
well, if you could give us a hand with the wheel tomorrow, maybe we could give you a little bit of a bit more gin.
You were the cock of the one hat. Cock of the one hat. The Shimigami, you say. Everything's a pretty good job, Shimigami.
Shikigami.
Shimigami.
They possess the things I throw.
Oh. Well, you're so pretty good. You just killed the big lizard.
Ask those two guys.
Does he throw pretty good? Yes, he throws very well. Morning, you're going for mornings aren't blessed. Mornings aren't blessed. Morning. He's just holding a cup out.
Yeah, okay. We'll spend a bottle of gin. Like he'll look to Songrel, shrug, and we'll get the guy drunk.
Okay.
Not more than a bottle though. Yeah.
Give me a sense motive.
+3. 9.
You've met a wandering drunk and his dog.
He might. It might be random, but we've already established we're not good at fixing our tires.
Yep. Okay. You set a watch order or no, or how do you handle?
I think we'll split a watch. We'll split it into 4s so that we can kind of get naps in. With a dog around, and then I guess a bandit that's awake. Yeah, we need watch orders. We're gonna let the red-nosed Jing just sleep.
Okay. Red-nosed Jing has, like, he's sleeping, but he looks weird because one of his eyes is open. Like, it's just this. It's just in this really awkward position.
Lee
right.
just points it out to Songrel like it's funny, you know. Like. So once he goes to sleep, though,
We might have to abandon the cart if we can't fix it.
It would be unfortunate to fail.
Yeah. We hurt them more than we got hurt, though.
This is supposed to be a trade, a mission of trade, yes?
Hmm? Maybe we can bring some small samples.
All right, I'm going to look at a spell list. give me a percentile roll for the night.
Okay.
As
31.
31. Okay. You sleep through the night. Nothing comes to harass you. A little bit of wildlife did come by. The dog, whom you never got the name of, scared it away. In the morning, your wagon wheel was in perfect shape, but not on the wagon.
Okay, like you fixed it?
In the morning, it was fixed.
But Jing's still sleeping.
Yeah, he's got one eye. He's snoring. Okay. It's like a big snot bubble coming out of the...
Huh.
You'll...
Did you do that?
I don't know how to do that. I'm...
Right? Well, we're not going to look a gift horse into the mouth.
Okay.
Yep. Weird statement, if you think about it. What the fuck's a gift horse, and why wouldn't you look at it in the mouth?
It's checking the teeth of horses to see how old they are.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a gift, so you wouldn't be rude.
You don't check to see if it's an old nag, because horses, when they get too old, their teeth wear down and then they die. Right? That's what actually kills horses.
Thank you. Weird one.
Farms.
Farms.
This is really strange. Sure.
All right, Lee's gonna lift up the wagon so we can put the wheel back on. I assume this is a thing you could do.
Yep.
Take
sure.
10. If we took 10 with our ints, we could get 14.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to. You're 14. It's on. It's not amazing. It's like a weird clunk as you drive.
How's the ox doing?
The ox this morning has. You did doctor it, so it has 3 hit points. It's
okay. We're gonna re-prepare our mutagen and then re-prepare our spells.
Okay. The bandit that just got pummeled and is in fine shape. The other bandit is barely awake.
But awake.
But awake.
But awake. Okay.
Yeah.
Morning.
They'll have big plates of ribs and meat waiting for them.
Morning. I hope you slept well, sir. Mr. Hida and Songrel.
Who says that?
The bandit.
The one that's been awake the entire time?
The one that's been awake, that's been listening to you talk. Red Nose Jing is passed out cold.
Okay, well, there are 2 gin bottles and a nice wrapped up bag of meat that's left there, and all the bones that Lee's been throwing into a pile are being offered to the dog.
Okay, the dog is happily chewing on bones, gives a little, a very muted bark. Do you have handle animal or anything like that?
No, Lee doesn't like animals. Like he appreciates them. It's just they don't get along with him. There's something about his ogre blood, or his size, or the deep baritone of his voice, or his smell that.
This dog looked at you and didn't growl or put its tail between its legs. That's what's special about this dog.
Okay.
Most dogs have an immediate fight or flight response.
Yep.
It's at some level of stranger danger. It didn't stranger danger you.
Lee just smiles at the dog. The dog looks happy eating the bone, so he's happy that he made the dog happy. He's going to hook the ox. No, the ox is still injured. It has 30 damage out of 33 hit points.
Yeah.
The ox is being tied up behind the wagon. It's just going to follow behind. And these guys are going to pull.
Good morning.
Lee's not going to get on the wagon. Him and Songrel are going to help push when necessary. But we're going to basically walk the wagon out of here. And these 2 guys are going to get the little cattle prod like whippy thing, the whippy thing,
Whippy thing.
in their buttocks, not in their heads or anything cruel, but like to keep them going. There's nothing about we're not gonna force march them because they've got low hit points, but there's nothing about a bit of strain in the rules.
Okay.
We're basically gonna go to market. If we have to push this goddamn beer wagon there, we will.
Okay. Give me a.
And I'm gonna switch my True Strike to a Cure Light Wounds because I think at some point we may need it.
Intimidate, heal, or survival. Like, give me a skill related to forcing labor.
It might be survival. How far the human body can go in strenuous situations.
It could be survival.
It's the same roll as my heal, so 17.
17. Okay. You get a +2 because they're well fed.
Okay.
Like they're not.
Yeah, the meat got packed onto the wagon, which added some weight. I was thinking about stripping the giant lizard, but we don't have enough time for that. So.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just roll a check for the dudes just to see how good they are at this. They were only strength 12, so they're not that good at this.
Gee.
They really need help getting it to start rolling.
That's fine. That's why you got Chungus over here. Songrel might actually be on the bench. He's old. He's a dex build, right? So he's probably not very big.
Nope.
We're gonna.
Oh.
That first day is probably very miserable for them.
Oh yeah, they're not pleased with this. Give me a be either a survival or intimidate or a handle animal or something for like basically. Are you taking charge of the prisoners or is Songrel taking charge of the prisoners?
No, Lee will.
Lee. Okay, so
Yeah.
How are you keeping them motivated?
Pushing the wagon when they get stuck.
Being helpful, not being.
And then we start off with 3 meat rations and 3 beer rations, and the more they fuck up, the less rations they're gonna get.
Bribery.
And bribery with good food and eat.
It's highly effective. As they were trying to get the alcohol from you in the first place, and now they get alcohol and then have to do shitty stuff. It's.
They're probably half drunk. Like if they're straining themselves and they're not getting water, they're getting beer. They're probably pretty tired by the time, but probably pretty tired by the end of the day, right?
Okay. Neither of them has any injuries or slips up or anything like that, and you're able to get the strange slow caravan going.
Yeah, there's also the threat of Lee sits on the wagon and they could pull. Now, Lee is a 7'10", 565 pounds.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Particularly with any sort of uphill where Lee has to help a lot. Lee's big boy.
Yeah, he's pretty big. Power builder, ogre build.
All right. You make your way along this road. It starts to become a little bit more well-traveled as a couple of days have gone by.
Yep.
I will just pull the off to the side.
How many days are we away from?
You are about 3 days. You were 3 days away. At this rate, you're going to be 6 or 9 days away.
Okay. And then eventually we will move the ox to pull the cart. Like when the ox is better.
Well, the ox is walking all day. As long as you're playing doctor, it will take 5 days for the ox to heal.
Okay. Well, that's a good 5 days for them to get blisters. I hope they have good shoes.
Okay. How do you interact with the people who cross, seeing some random dudes pushing a wagon with beer on it and an ogre? Like, how are you interacting with just the random populace that sees this spectacle?
If he's confronted by it, then he tells them that they're bandits and we're making them work off their shame.
Okay. Just D6. Okay, you
And
you
they
go-
and they get like, you know, like the big spoon. They get a spoonful of beer for being good citizens and asking the right question.
Okay. You end up with some, like, bemused sort of grins, and there's some strange laughter along the road as Li Hida's bringing cheer with him.
Yeah.
And appropriate punishments.
Order of the Celestial Comet, like, and
Yep.
here's a like a flyer for the restaurant that's way over in Piju.
Okay, this tact and mode of behavior does you well. No other bandits sort of happen across you along the way, and you make your way to Shitocheng, although a little bit late compared to when you were supposed to be there.
Okay, before we go into the city, Lee will stop, like the caravan,
Mhm.
give them their sip of beer.
So, what do you think, Songrel, do they do to bandits in this stone city?
It can't be good. I know that in some places they're killed, others bits removed.
You think they hang them from these walls?
Oh, I'm pretty certain I've seen something hung from over there before. Are we indentured servants, Mr. Hida?
I think they've done well. They've got our beer all the way almost to the market. Our ox could bring it the rest of the way, I think.
Oh, you're too kind. The Celestial Comet is far too kind. We have a much harsher view of what should be done with folks like this.
Was that Songrel or the
That's
one of the
Songrel.
bandits?
Yeah,
Okay.
Songrel, we could. But, I mean,
I don't know. Have they learned their lesson?
Get a couple like swats from the
yeah,
from the cattle prod.
Yes, we've learned our lesson. Yeah.
All right, they get a bottle of gin between the two of them, like just one.
Yep.
They get big portions of meat, and we send them off on their way.
You're free.
They go, and then they wonder, could we get our bows back? Or dangerous these roads?
Okay.
Don't ask for that. What's wrong with you?
Lee goes. He looks at Songrel. He shrugs. He'll dump. Songrel doesn't use a bow, does he?
No.
Good. Can Lee whip the
can
arrows
throw
as
bows.
ammunition? As the arrows as ammunition.
They wouldn't do arrow damage. They would do bow arrow damage. They would do a like an object of its size damage.
Yeah, because
But you could throw them. Yeah,
you could throw them
like a dart, like a D4.
Okay. He'll grab the two bows. They're unstrung.
Yep.
He'll grab a javelin and like
The one guy ducks behind the other. The dude who was awake the whole time is the one who's a little bit more.
yeah, he laughs. There's two unstrung bows and 3 arrows in 3 arrows in one quiver, 3 arrows in another quiver. Like he's gonna.
Yep.
They've got arrows to defend themselves. They don't have arrows to be like Robin Hood,
They
basically.
can't be off Robin.
He'll just dump it off to the side, like on the side of the road where over here.
Thank you, Mr. Hida. Thank you, Mr. Hida. Blessing be to the Celestial Comet. they're bowing.
We'll say Lee got their names because he seems like friendly, but he's since then forgot who they like.
There's some chuckleheads on the road.
Yeah. The 2 bandits on the road.
All right, you make your way into a bustling city. There are buildings and people, and it's there's noodle stands, and it is of a density that you're not familiar with. You get directions, or how do you make your way to the Lucky Swan Performance House?
Yeah, we'll ask if we don't. We probably start asking at the gate.
Okay, just give us a, just because it's fun, give me a gather information for
Make way.
5.
okay, so it takes you a whole day to kind of figure out where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
You keep getting directions, but it's not like to the right place. In this bustling little city, you also note that there's quite a few dwarves in this city compared to what you would thought would be normal for the Jade Empire. As you make yourself way to a hole in the wall, like it's got this very modest front entrance that leads to a gate that comes to this big, brilliant performance hall, brightly colored and very loud. I'm going to get your tokens.
Oh, you actually thought we were going to beat up the bandits? I thought the bandits were how we got,
Yeah. No.
pressed into service aboard the Wormwood or whatever.
All right. I'm going to tool force players to current map, set your players on current view. There's a very busy, very brilliantly lit, ostentatious performance hall. There's a bunch of drums and heady smoke. This is a high-end establishment. You can hear a very, I'm not going to make the sounds, but there's a very loud type of opera that is currently going on. It combines a bunch of like martial arts acrobatics and singing.
Like an Eastern style opera.
Yeah. Like an Eastern style opera.
Okay.
Yep. You can see that there are many performers on stage, and there are many people in this place in very nice clothing watching. Give me first off, you're not super well dressed, but you kind of look like a delivery. There's a man at the front who's like, deliveries around back. he's kind of suggesting, unless you're trying to go in the front.
Nope. Lee understands this. He works at a monastery / restaurant, so he'll go around back where all the good stuff happens.
Okay.
He will like look at the opera. It's probably
okay. There's like really colorful masks and really flowy clothing. As they're performing acrobatics, you suspect they might be trained as monks.
Maybe if we hurry unloading this, we'll get to
oh, the server.
Don't know, the server disconnected. Tis weird.
Oh, because that computer is frozen.
But my precisely timed out plan to finish a game on time. Despite my work saying, hey guy, how about 9 o'clock meeting that goes over time?
This computer boots quickly, so.
Oh, I got a new laptop at work. The thing boots like instantaneously. it's insane.
Yeah, it's a fast.
I might start shutting it down because it actually boots so fast.
Yeah, the streaming PC is slow to boot, and that's because it's an old style hard drive.
Yeah,
not the hard disks or the solid states or whatever.
Solid states. Yeah, no, that was really funny. My the machine I was using, they're using a new antivirus, or it's like a malware system that is an AI driven one.
Yep. And
it every once in a while decides that the VPN that is needed for work is a virus. And it's like, oh look, my safety Skynet system has decided to eat my productivity tools. It's like, oh no. Maybe AI isn't the right way to develop security policy.
Now, did it save your changes? That's the.
Thankfully, it was as I was